Hello and welcome to day 4 of Vlogmas. Today is the 3rd of December and it's yet another gloomy and disgusting looking day outside. I just look forward to some other kind of weather. I really wish it would get cold now, like below or around 0, because we are at, I think, 6 degrees and it's just disgusting. Yeah, so I just wanted to check in today and say hello and thank you for all the wonderful comments on my first Vlogmas episode, and I just uploaded the second one. So today I have a little friend with me. I actually have two friends. I have Mr. Santa here, which we made at the market. Yeah, it will be up before this video. So he was... I painted him and I'm very proud of it. Yeah, as I said, I'm not much of a Santa person, but I like these old school Christmas things. I don't know how you call this guy in English. In Danish he's called Sprallemann because he's jumping up and down. So, and I have another little friend here who is this one is a nisser. And as I talked about before, he's a little gnome that we really like in Denmark for Christmas. And this one is from a Danish company called Mylai. Sorry, I was looking at the guy, not the camera. A Danish company called Mylai. I don't know if he has a tag anywhere. That makes nisser and other toys and little ornaments and stuff. And he's very sweet, and my daughter got him today for her advent calendar, which my parents made this year, so I'm very lucky. My parents decided to make an advent calendar for all the grandchildren. They have 5, so it's quite a lot of tiny packages, and he was in there today, so he's with me. Yep. And I wanted to talk a little bit about 9-inch circulars, in particular in this case Thiago, because I think I've shown many times by now that I'm knitting my socks on 9-inch circulars. These are 2.25, and in the beginning it was a bit of a learning curve getting used to the 9-inch, but I think now I'm pretty comfortable with them. I really like how portable they are, how easy they are to just throw in the bag, and I don't find them such a big struggle anymore. And as I was saying in, I think, the first Vlogmas episode, or maybe must have been, I wanted to try to do color work on 9-inch for mittens and stuff, because I don't like magic loop and color work. It's kind of the part where you change. It's really hard for me to get the tension right with the strands. So my friend saw it and she said I could borrow her. She just got some Thiago, but these are interchangeable, so they come with the small tip and the longer tip and 2 cables. And then you can create with this, I think, the shortest tips and the shortest cable, you can create a 9-inch and then bigger as you go. But there's one difference. So I also have the Thiago. These are the 2.5 millimeters, and these are fixed. And so I tried these out, and the reason I'm having these here is to show you there's quite a bit of a difference between the cables on the interchangeable and the fixed ones. And this cable is really thin. This one is quite sturdy and stiff, but still nice to work with. But I didn't think that would be a problem until I started knitting with these ones, and I hated it. It was terrible. I didn't like it at all. Because the cable is super soft, and with the 9-inch there's not so much to hold on to. So it's like just trying to hold on to those tiny tips, but everything else is wobbling around. I didn't like that. So I cast on a pair of colorwork socks, and to be honest, I tried in the beginning with the with the 9-inch interchangeable, and I hated it so much. And normally I hate doing ribbing, but that one was like, I hated it even more. It just hurt my hands. It was super uncomfortable. I didn't like it. So I did the ribbing with the magic loop, and then I thought, okay, once I get to the colorwork part, which is up here, I will try again with the 9-inch. So I think I have the longer cable on now, and what finally I found out works a little bit better for me is having one short tip and one long tip. But I'm still not a fan of these, and it's so funny because it's the same company. It should be more or less the same feeling, but because of this little wobbly cable that keeps moving around as I knit, I really don't know how to hold them because there's so little to hold on to. And I don't know, it was just really frustrating. And so now I have the long one where I hold in my working hand, and the short one on the other side. I don't have the same issues with the thicker cable that is also on the small fixed ones, the 9-inch fixed. So I think if I should get these, which is really useful for me now that I tried them, I think I would get only the fixed ones if I'm gonna go and buy them. Although I really like the idea of the interchangeable ones because they can work for sleeves and other things, I'm just not a fan. So maybe if you have any tips on how to deal with this, because I cannot fit in 2 of the long ones, that would probably fix my problem. So I don't know, if you have any tips on how to, on what works the best, let me know. But I think I can work the color section of these socks, sorry. But I will move back to Magic Loop afterwards. And these are the 2.5. That was the reason I wanted to try, because I have the 2.25, but for color work I prefer going up a little bit, just to be sure it's gonna sit nicely on the leg. These, by the way, are the Waiting for Henry socks. I got them on the Black Friday sale. I got the pattern and I put in a 2x2 rib instead of the twisted, because this black yarn is already hard enough. I cast on last night and I couldn't see anything. So I thought, okay, I'm just gonna do a 2x2 and not bother too much. German twisted cast on, and I'm at the colorwork section. And I have to stop knitting on them now, although it's quite fun because I have to go and package some orders. Oh, and I wanted to just show, this is the tweed yarn from Lana Grossa that I got some time ago. Again, I realized there are some new people to my channel who are not watching my podcast, so in case you haven't watched the podcast, I'm sorry I keep referring to them. Oh, sorry, but that's just how it is. So please, if you feel interested, go back and watch those. And probably I will repeat myself in some of these when I talk about knitting in the Vlogmas, but who cares? I will talk about whatever I feel like. And right now I was just sitting and knitting and it was feeling so good. I've been doing numbers this morning for patterns. So I have, very soon I will have my mitts ready to be released. And I will talk a little bit more about those when I'm working on them. I have to set up the pattern and stuff. Yeah, time to pack some orders.